Good evening, everybody. It's Thursday, right? Ben's Brick Design. I'm Ben. How are you this evening? If you're watching this later on VOD, then good day to you wherever you are and whatever time you're watching. Thanks for being part of the live stream if you're here. Nobody in yet, but we'll give it a few minutes till people are in. Yeah, so happy Thursday. Make sure to like and share this video and all that good stuff. We're doing some Lego Star Wars stuff today. The music brought to you by Harris Heller. Check out Stream Beats. Tonight's beverage brought to you by High Sign Brewing and sold by the Growler Bar here in lovely Pflugerville, Texas. Is Seamus the Fiddler, an Irish Red. Is delicious. If you can find me on Untapped, I am an Untapped user. Feel free to come find me. Let me see if I can get you my username. I may put it in the description later. I think if you just find Zadrian, Xadrian, do a user search for that. The user profile is a robot drawing guy in a hat. That's me. What's up, Gav? What's up, Glenn? Yeah, so High Sign Brewing here in Austin, Texas. Seamus the Fiddler. Cheers. So, tonight's designing, and I've changed up the look of the, I took away the overlay and stuff like that. We're just going to go with the raw footage from the screen capture and stuff. Give it a little more real estate to the actual design stuff. So Fennec Shand, a new person. Oh, Zadrian in Untapped. So if you are an Untapped user, which is a beer check-in app, mobile app, that is my username. And it doesn't really focus, but that's the user icon. It looks little thing that I drew. And it lets you check into, check your beer in, what you're drinking, kind of gamify enjoying drinking beverages. So there you go. I'll put it in the beer section of my Discord channel. There's a Discord channel for Ben's Brick Designs. Please feel free to click it in the link provided, I believe right in the bottom of this video. If not, it's somewhere in the channel. And yeah, so Fennec Shand is somebody we saw in The Mandalorian. We saw her early in The Mandalorian, and then she was brought back towards the end of The Mandalorian. And now she is a character in The Bad Batch. So The Bad Batch taking place shortly after the Clone Wars, and The Mandalorian taking place about 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So there's about a 15-year difference here between when we first see her and when we last see her. Something like that. Somebody correct me on my math. She's played by the forever awesome Ming-Na Wen, and she looks great in Mandalorian. They did a really good job of her portraying her in the Bad Batch as well. So today we're going to be looking at her ship. Let me get rid of this. And her ship is a yet unnamed ship. And I feel like I've got a photo of it, or I've got a screen capture of it from the show. This is the best look we got at it from the show. Everything else is a bit more silhouetted and backlit, and just see portions of it. So this is a pretty good view. And then in doing some searching for this, I found this. I don't know who this is. Please reference Maya sketch file. This has got to be a leak of something from somewhere. This is a very good view of the ship. And then you can see it's got this sort of angled up wing coming from underneath that I feel like extends when it lands. It's got some hinge work there. I don't know what it looks like when it's landing, because we get a very brief glimpse of it when Fennec Shand is talking to somebody, and I believe it was Sid, but now I can't remember. And the ship was landed, but I think we only got like a little bit of a view of it. Not enough. So you can see it's got one main thruster up here, a couple other auxiliary thrusters down here. It looks like some storage areas right here. The main cockpit up front. This is very much in the same vein as most ships that we see in the Star Wars universe, where it's got this almost chopper-like front canopy, very Apache kind of with the angular total glass side canopy. It's otherwise a pretty basic ship. It's got like some overhang on the sides here, what you can see right here, giving it kind of an arrowhead look, and then a top fin right here. That's about it. It's got a pretty unique color, some grays and oranges and yellows in here, so we'll try to mix this up a little bit, throw some dark orange and maybe some olive green in there if we can. So yeah, last time we did any design work, we did the Justifier. This is Cad Bane's ship, and I think it turned out pretty well. This is not what we worked on not what I worked on during the stream last time, but this is where it ended up. You probably have seen this on Instagram. I posted it on Instagram and Facebook and all that. So I think it worked out pretty well. There are some bits like the fins on these kind of outboard weapons, pontoons or whatever. The fins are different sizes, top versus bottom, but I think for ease of part count, I just went with that. It's not really obvious that it's this shape if you're looking at it kind of this side on, but it's definitely that kind of angled delta, reverse delta shape. And then yes, it does rotate for flight position. And this is a friction pin in here, and it's Technic bricks and modified plates with Technic holders. So this should hold pretty well. It's not a half pin where it spins willy-nilly. It should hold in place pretty well, pretty decently. So yeah, so that's where we left that off. Last time we did any design work last week, we worked on, or I was working on the French, okay, now the word escapes me. It's the French, where is it? Now I don't remember. Legation. Thank you. The French legation. So this is the commission that we've got going. And so this is where I left it off. I did some work on it today and yesterday. The front and the sides are all done. I need to finish this part here. I think I can do some of those clips with the bar, with the pin holders, and just kind of cheat and angle them up, but that's hard to do in the studio. So I might just play with that a little bit once it's built in real life. Lucked into the fact that these shutters come in green. These are sitting out here because this is how many of these? 8, 10 to black out these windows, right? And this is bothering me, so let's just make that plate the origin. There we go. So 10 of these stacked up so it blacks out the windows, because otherwise you're looking into the model and it's a little weird. But then I realized that while these may be easier to come by, more people will have those. One stack of 10 is $1.50, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So that's 15 bucks versus 3 of these or 4 of these modified taller bricks, which 4 of them are 80 cents, and even better, 3 of these panels and 1 brick is 50 cents. So maybe a little bit of a cost saving measure. I haven't tried to go through and replace all those. So the door gave me some fits, but I think I kind of stumbled onto a nice little bit of fortune with these rail bricks, right? Usually you put like sliding doors and stuff in there. You stack a bunch of them together, and then they have ones that kind of curve around. So that worked pretty well to identify different panels of the door. It's hard to see in this light. Everything else worked out pretty well. Rails for rain gutters along here. And then the roof, I'm kind of partially through. There's nothing holding much of this together, but I wanted to get the look. Make sure it was the right height going across. Make sure these were, these were slightly smaller than those. But yeah, there's nothing really holding this up underneath. So the next step after I get everything finished on top is to go through and build the superstructure under here that holds all that in place. Since these bricks stack pretty nice on their own, you don't need a whole lot to hold them there, but I'll need at least one thing here to begin with to make sure they don't kind of buckle down on each other. And then probably another level or two along the way to kind of reinforce it as they go up. And then probably 4 like pillars in the middle, on either side here to kind of hold the whole thing up. This isn't that big of a set, and you could get away with making it load bearing on the walls. But I'd rather not deal with it too much to where it's going to fall apart. Right now it's pretty expensive, so I'm hoping that the client is okay with some of this expense. I think ideally these are probably supposed to be dark reddish or reddish brown like that, but these are very expensive in reddish brown. So instead of 50 cents, they're like $2, and there's a lot of them. So it's like $100 or so just to get those bits. So we'll see what they say. Anyway, that's where we left off there. So that should be done pretty soon. So let's get into... I'm having a lot of fun with this, by the way. This is not having done a whole lot of architecture. It's fun to kind of get back into it, so I'm not going to save that. But that's not why we're here. We're here today to build Star Wars stuff. So let's go ahead and get into that. Now, Fennec Shand's outfit is pretty basic. It's all black. I'm not going to be able to get these like great leg panel things going. There is going to be an official figure with one of the upcoming sets. I think the Bad Batch, I think the Marauder might have her in it. If not, another of the Bad Batch sets will have her in it. And I saw a tutorial online for the helmet, so let's see what we can do. I'm going to see if we can copy this, because there was one thing on here that looked like it would really work, but it depends on if I can find the right... And again, this is just to make it look good for the render in here. It has nothing to do with the actual finished set that we were, or the model that we're going to be working with. Because, as you know, the minifig selection in Studio is a little light. And I don't even see the helmet I'm looking for. I thought it lived in here, but apparently not. It's kind of like a bomber helmet, or it's like a cap helmet. The figures that had them were young Anakin. It's kind of like this. This is like a skater helmet, but it has like the cross on it on the top, so it looks like an old bomber helmet, like a 1930s pilot helmet. And then it comes with maybe it's in headgear. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeah. No, I don't think any of the sets have Omega yet, which I think everybody's kind of been out of shape about. All right, so this is going to be orange, whether you like it or not. And it's not even going to be dark orange. It's just going to be orange. Orange. Thank you. So the cheat that I saw on this helmet was that they put another, they kind of trimmed off this and put another hole in here. So what happens now is you can get, and again, I'm going to be cheating a little bit. Excuse me. So, negative. So we're going to do this for this part. That is also going to be orange. And then we're going to do this here. And this part's going to be black. And I need to turn this grid a little bit. Hey, Journal of the Scotts, how's it going? Is your name actually Scott? Can I just call you Scott instead of Journal of the Scotts? I may have asked this before, but I'm a bad host, so I don't know these things. And that's going to conflict. It won't show a collision. Perfect. All right. So now we need a head. Make it female. Why not? Because you're not going to see much of it. Oh, it doesn't have lady? Oh, I need printing. Yes, it's Scott. Okay. Hello, Scott. How are you? Okay, so this is a good... Nope, not good. I think they've added a few new heads in here recently. This is my go-to. That's very Ming-Na Wen, but that's also Spider-Girl. So we'll raise this up a little bit. And we'll raise this up a little bit. And again, I'm just going to be moving this around to pretend it works. Because, you know, she's got a weird helmet. Okay. She also has like a scarf tie thing going on in the back of her hair. Not exactly sure what that's all about. She has shoulder pads, which are going to be hard to do unless they're giant. So let's just get like a... I almost want to put like a Ninjago torso in here. And that won't work because it's got yellow in it. That's got yellow in it. That's got yellow in it. All these have yellow in it, don't they? You know too many Scots. That's not right. I'd love to get Fennec figure from the light cruiser. That's what it is. Thank you. I mean, I'm okay getting that because you get Moff Gideon too. That's pretty good. Plus, it looks like it's a fun build. It doesn't look great, but it's... I've always liked that one. Plus, having a Microfighter of it kind of predisposes me to want it. It's a cool ship too. I remember just enjoying that they used it so much in Rebels too. Hers doesn't have like... Yeah, it's kind of... Oh, that's hard to see. Can you see anything in dark gray? Maybe do dark gray instead. I need something with highlights in it. Maybe that, except that is obviously a stormtrooper. But I try not to spend on bigger ships. Fair enough. Let's see. Our torso robe maybe would be better. Some of them have those belts that are black. And in this case, no, none of them do. And that's... Well, let's just maybe go through it and see if we can find something. Okay, her, I need to do at least light nougat. And then we'll go ahead and get the hips. And then there's, what are those things called? Let's go ahead and do this. And then legs. Leg right. I'm going to assume she has like a gun strap somewhere else. She's got 2 pistols. This, I would use this if it didn't have this giant white thing on it. So it's just going to be that. What are those hip things called? I know you can get them in clone figures. Let's see if we can find out. It's not a pauldron, but it's got a name like that. I don't really need to be logged in for this, but I don't think Rex had... Oh, maybe he does. Yeah. I just put in a placeholder and Bricklicker on August 1st. Well, I'm going to. I'm not actually going to order this. Comma. That's what it is. It's a comma. And I think we've done this before. Yeah, they don't have one in here, so it doesn't really matter. Leg armor. This is just part of the process. I just like doing it. It's fun. Plus, I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty simple ship. So, you know, I say that now. All right, yeah, it doesn't look like there's any available. So, torso wrap. See, this would be pretty good if it wasn't... Ninjago. Let's do that. I just need to get something on here. Weirdo. Oh, I know it. And I don't know how many guns she actually has. I think she has 2. See, she didn't have that rifle in... Maybe she just has 1 in the Bad Batch. Let's give her the rifle. Let's give her both. So next week, I will be out of town. Starting tomorrow, actually, tomorrow night through a week from tomorrow night, or Saturday. We'll be driving back Saturday, so I don't think I'm going to be streaming for a week. Good enough. Yeah, so no streaming this coming week. Unless I figure out a way to do it from Kentucky. And there we go. That's good. Good enough for now. So save as, and this is just going to be called Fennec Shand ship, because it doesn't have a name as far as I know. Okay, so done with that. Done with that. So let's look. So in this picture, it's very dark and washed out and gray. In this picture, it's a little brighter, but she's got the sun in front of her leaving orbit. And it's got a lot of orange highlights, which we also see here. Some splashes of yellow, like this weird green yellow in here. This is a dark gray. This can be black. This can be black even. Or we could have it be a light gray and a dark gray. Personally, I'd rather have it all be dark gray, and then we'll accent it with some black. We'll see how it goes. So I think we're probably going to sit her right here. Everybody can see this, right? Doing good? Have you done the sister ship from the Clone Wars? I forgot their names. Yeah, the ship is the Silver Angel, and the girls are Trace and Rafa Martez. And yes, I have. That was actually one that Glenn suggested. Let's see, it's recent. I did it recently. Right here. So I put Trace in here because she's the one who built it. So there you go. So yeah, Trace and Trace Martez. Yep. So yeah, Trace and Rafa Martez. So yeah, that's in there. This actually may be one of the next ones that I get built. The problem is there's no, I don't know of any set that's coming out that has these two figures in it. Which is a shame, because I think it'd be fun to have the Silver Angel as a ship. I mean, they did the stupid ITS transport from Black Spire. Least they could do is do something that's like getting some movement and whatever. The ITS transport just sits there. Anyway, so yeah, so she's going to sit right here. That seems to be a nice unintrusive part. Then we got some looks like cargo holds underneath both sides. That's probably the doors. I don't think it's the same on either side. I'm guessing the wings go slightly up. So maybe we'll have that as a feature. So let's get to going. Yeah, they have been in 2 shows. I would like to see them as represented in ABS form. So I think this might call for this guy to be in play today, because I think this would benefit from kind of a big section right here. I think this could be a good instance of a 4 wide, especially up top, maybe 2 wide underneath. So right off the bat, let's color all these dark gray, shall we? Nope, dark blue gray. A little harder to see, but at least we'll know. And now, set this to only show me what's available. Do not care about anything else. So move it over here. So let's see, right off the bat, because it looks like, it's hard to tell from the top, but from here, it looks like there is a slight angle. So we're going to do some wedge plates, and we'll get this in here, and this in here. Up at the front, that seems to stop right about here, where she's going to be sitting, so that's good. And then the cockpit. So the cockpit will need to be offset. It looks like it's bracketed a little bit by these side panels, but I think we can make an exception. I have a pretty cool idea. Let's see, modified brick. Let's see if this pays off. It's one of those where you're just like, oh, that'd be a great idea. I immediately can't think of a way to do this. So this is what I was thinking. Might be too complicated, but it'll be fun. And Scott probably can't see me anyway. You should be able to see everybody. I don't know if... Well, let's see. I'm going to go look at something real quick. Because I think the robot is supposed to... Yeah, the Restream bot should show you who's chatting where. I don't know if this does this back on Twitch or not. It's going to be an infinite loop. Let's just wait here. Let's see how long it takes for it to break. We're going to get one more here in a second. There's another one. Oh, I could do this all night. Come on, one more. Yeah, infinite me's. Oh, that's so cool. All right, so I was gonna do a thing where, oh, you know what? I just realized it won't work. Well, that's unfortunate. I was gonna do something along these lines where you do this, and then you put a bracket over the lip, like this, and then you can put something in between here, and it's got this bracket on the side. It would have been great. Like if you could just put it like that. And then you could put something in here. Anyway, we're not going to go there. All right, so under here, we'll put, well, this seems to stop here. So right here we could put, tell you what, let's do a plate to hold this in place. Yes, I'm gonna go after myself and kill myself to get my own power. Cut off my own head. All right, so right here is where we'll put our modified bricks. And we'll switch up these colors to be whatever pricing works better. Oh, you know what would be great right there? 1x2, 1x1 tile, but I want printed. This guy. What colors do those come in? Trans green. Nope. Thought there would be a cool one that we could do, but maybe not. Aren't letters. Let's see. Restrict. This usually breaks everything. Brad! I saw Brad. Oh. I just saw you, Brad. I'm very sorry that I didn't see when you popped in. Yes, enjoy work. I'm sorry that you couldn't hang out. Yeah, see, it totally breaks it every time. Yeah, thanks for coming by and saying hi. Good seeing you, as always. All right, so in dark blue gray, there are no printed. Why do I feel like that's not right? How about black? Okay. Sure thought there'd be more to that. Maybe these. How much are those guys? Circuitry pattern. That's not too bad. Do 2 of those. Okay, so let's see. Now we got to extend this guy out there. Let's turn the printing off. Let's turn the mandatory unavailable thing off. Break the software again. Turn this back to dark gray. And do I want to do that again? So I've been working with Bricklink for a very long time. I won't say I'm one of the first people to use it because I wasn't, but I'm one of the first, at least the longest, one of the longer time people using it. And they did an update, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago, that just absolutely wrecked the software. Like, it's so hard to work with now. Like, nothing snaps into place where it should, and there's just collisions all over the place where there shouldn't be. It really bums me out. Lego Geek! How's it going, Julian? Good seeing you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is well with you. Let's see. I'm gonna do a brackets. I don't know where brackets are categorized yet. Modified plates. Okay. Good enough. So yeah, looking forward to going out of town this weekend. Should be a good time. Your streaming times are always when I'm busy, so I'm glad you're streaming tonight. I'm always streaming at this time, brother. And I'm here. I was gonna say I'm here for you, and then I got all choked up. So you know it's true. Let's see. But I am glad you came by, even though things have been busy. Please tell me that comes in dark orange. It does. That's great. That's going to be the highlight accent colors, dark orange. We just lost the other Ben. What other Ben? Was there another Ben? I didn't think so. Do you plan on getting the typewriter? I'd like to, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. The second mirror bin. Did he have a mustache? Did he have a mustache and like run right into the eye line, the light the eye spot turns over and it's just lit in that one area of his eyes. The music goes bum bum bum. Excuse me. Hopefully these come in trans black. They do. I could probably even have it come out a little more. I think these are too big. Slope time. Speaking of mirror bends, is anybody else listening to the Pod Directive on podcast? It's really great. Lego has been kind of disappointing this summer personally. Yeah, I can see that. It definitely is. They seem like they're rushing a lot of stuff out for no reason. Other than to just, have stuff out there. Because it's not like all 100% great. Oh, what am I looking for here? Like, I want this, but I don't want this back half. Oh, this is going to be suddenly really long. Ah, no, not yet. That's good. Yeah, I don't want it pushing that far out. Maybe we'll just go back to this. That's pretty good. I'm not going to overthink it too much. Yeah, they put out like a ton of stuff right away. Or maybe I'm just too focused on it because I'm like, I want to get everything, but at the same time, I'm like, none of it is like the great stuff that I want. Yeah, and they do it like all at once. They're like, big thing at the beginning of June. One or two like expensive things over the next couple months. A lot of stuff in August. It just seems like there's so much stuff coming out, and I don't want like a lot of it. Oh, this is a perfect time for one of these guys as a greeble. Boom. Those are expensive though, so maybe a different color. Yeah. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna do. There's a slope curved, and I think these come in dark orange. What about these? Haha, I was getting greedy. All right, save. Yeah, that kind of sucks when you're excited for something. I hardly ever listen to leaks either. I see a lot of thumbnails on YouTube, and if it says leaked or it says new, confirmed something, I'm just like, I don't really want to look at it too much. I do like that. Yeah, there's some good tiles in there. I actually like some of the stuff that's coming out in August. I mean, not gonna lie, I think I'm looking forward to the Havoc Marauder shuttle, even though it's a weird sand blue, which it looks more like the actual ship than it to be gray. That's okay. That's cool. All right, now I'm gonna have to get her in here so I can see where everything sits. What else is coming out? The Architen's Light Cruiser is coming out. The let's see. I'm trying to think of what else is coming out. I'm probably not going to get any of the battle packs. I don't think I need any of those. God, her guns are at a weird angle for some reason. What is it? The Mandalorian. It's not pre-Vizsla's fighter, it's just a Mandalorian fighter. Modified tile. Okay, what colors are these available in? Dark red. How much is that? Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. So now we can focus this part onto the... I'm going to do another one of these brackets along the side here. Just for greebling and to keep her kind of seated. I might do a, let's see, plate. And just copy and paste. The figures of the transport are, oh yeah, the Imperial Troop Transport, or the Trexler Marauder is actually coming out. It's interesting that they didn't do a full Imperial Troop Transport, but that's pretty cool. And yeah, you get another Grief Karga. Okay, I like that. That looks nice. And then this down here can be this area right here, because then back here we're going to start into the engine. So this can just be anything really. I will make it a ingot. There we go. Looking good, looking good. These might get replaced. I think they just show up too much right here, but maybe if I add more black stuff along the way somewhere, it'll feel better. Those come in black? Yeah, we'll see. Jerry on Twitch. Jerry514, how are you? Cheers. Thanks for being here. Been a bit. I don't know. I think the typewriter will probably be out for a while. I don't see that going anywhere. Really. So now, these wings are slightly, this is probably going to be a double plate. The problem with stripes on wings is that I can never, at this size, it's always so hard to get it right. Because you want to do like this, but then you can't match it under here because it's, oh, maybe you can. Problem is, this is going to be... I can get a really cool color out of this, probably. What color yellows can I get out of this? Oh, I thought I could get better yellows out of that. No, dark tan maybe works. It's more of a like a yellow green. Definitely not that. Yeah, definitely not that. So maybe we just put one tile there. And what colors can we get out of that? They're yellow. Nothing really. What about green? Yellowish green. That's too... It's like an olive. There's no olive? Sand green? No. We need like an olive green. So, anyway. Nope. May not be able to get the striping that I want on that. And even on the back, unless I... There's ways you can do that in bigger plates where you can do like... I mean, everybody knows how to do this. Where like this is this color, but then you put this on either side and it looks like it's kind of striped that color. Maybe. If that even exists in that color? I didn't even check. Oh, well, maybe we can work with this. Let's see. All right, where are these attached? They look like they're attached underneath. So... Yeah, the Benatar. I'm not sure. I kind of want to get that. Go simple on this real quick. Now these are specifically 12.5 degrees or something like that. So you see what I mean? There should be no reason why that wouldn't connect, but it just sits there and freaks out. That is totally colliding. It's not. Oh, yeah, it is. It's just hard to tell from this angle. Oh, maybe it isn't. Hey, look at that. It's kind of fortuitous. All right. Well. Copy and mirror. Done. Maybe easier than I thought it was going to be. I say that, and then I'm going to have a heck of a time finishing this up. All right, so do they have an inverted? So there's a modified brick that is 2x2, and it's a dome. It's a curved brick. Maybe it's listed under this. But what I want is an inverted version of that. I don't think it's under that. I think it's under brick modified. It's definitely not in that. Because I thought it was a modified brick, but every time I look it up, maybe it's in a... It's this, yeah. It's these guys. But it's like a 2x2. It's like this. What I want is a 2x2 version of that. To go under here. Tow truck and the Mercedes Zetros. I do like the truck. I like that old school truck. I don't know why, but I think it's groovy and I want it. So the easiest thing to do here would be to do modified brick and do this guy. And then do 2 little brick round. Yeah, the truck looks like it's a lot of fun. And I can't wait. Do we know what color its thrusters are, really? Guess we're just gonna do plate round for now, and just hope we get another shot of it. Hey, Connor's here too. I didn't see Connor come in. Any new purchases lately? No. I think after the Mos Eisley set, that's the last I'm going to purchase for, what's today? For 23 days. And then come August 1st, I'm just going to, I'm probably going to get a lot. I've already got the Havoc Marauder on pre-order. And then the light cruiser. I don't know about the Mandalorian ship yet. I'm not sold on that one. Definitely the Trexler Marauder. Probably the Ford truck, but that doesn't have to be a day one purchase. Typewriter I'm still holding off of. So maybe just those 3. Alright, so now we got this big old engine sticking out of the back here. This one's definitely going to be a round brick. Big round brick. Big old round brick. And I might get away with... Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I gotta find out what color these come in. That was... I think I can get away with making them black. Oh, light gray. Cool. Good enough. Yay. I still can't believe that worked. That's just stupid dumb luck. Now in reality, what's going to happen is the angles of the click, the ratchet part of the hinges, is it going to either be too far up or too far down. So I have most of this hardware already. I'll just try to play with it and see what I come up with. So this guy sits right on top of here. I'm just going to move him up till he sits right on top of there, and then figure out how to attach it. So he sits right up here. Oh, this is black. I don't think they make these in black, do they? They do. What is my lucky day? And then I'll probably do a 2x2 round tile. Do they come in this color? Yes. Good. And then cone. Boba Fett Starship. Yeah, everybody. Boba Fett Starship. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Maybe that instead. Doesn't come in that color. Yeah, I don't really even care. They can call it whatever they want. The thing about... Oh, man. I was really hoping that would come in that color. I was kind of counting on that. The thing about... If you think about it... Slave 1 was only called Slave 1 in, like, that's too big. Where's my fez? Where'd my fez go? Oh, there it is. I know they come in black. Not the movies. Not gonna lie, made me laugh. Well, it's like when they remember the Power of the Force figures where they changed the name. I don't know if it's Power of the Force or the series that came after that, where they changed it from Slave Leia to Hut Slayer Leia. Okay, that's fine. How about just Leia? It doesn't have to be. They don't call it Endor Han or Hoth Luke. It's just Luke. So whatever they want to do, I think they capitalized on that because it was a big thing in the cons. People love dressing like it, or people loved it when other people dressed like that. Let's probably say it the right way. But the fact that they go back and do kind of revisionist history on this when it wasn't even really said in the movies ever, like they never said, he's boarded the Slave 1, let's go after him. It kind of just came out, I think it was said a couple times in the comics. And then in the Guide to Warfare or the Incredible Cross Sections or any of those books that came out with the ship names in them. So, call it whatever you want. We're probably still going to call it the Slave 1 because that's how we grew up calling it that. Also, Boba Fett is not a good guy. He's not a good guy. Stop trying to turn him into a good guy by changing the names of stuff. Just because people like him doesn't make him a good guy. Also, revisionist history sucks. So there. So is your face. This is a bigger engine than I thought it was going to be down here, so I don't know how I'm going to attach that. Seems like it's a big cluster right there and just a little bit hanging underneath. So, yeah, laser swords. Alderaan has been renamed to Asteroid Field. Shipping lane hazard. Kind of the best moment of the entire series is Boba coming in Slave 1 outside the ending, of course. It just straight up in The Mandalorian. Yeah, that was pretty cool. My favorite thing, and if you haven't seen this, do yourself a favor right now, leave the stream, go check it out, is, they adapt that scene where he comes in and shoots all the stormtroopers to the robot chicken scene where Boba Fett comes in on Endor and goes, back from the dead, it's Boba Fett. He's like, oh, what's this? He's got a lightsaber. Oh, no, he's got 2 lightsabers. And so they adapt the audio to that, to the live action of The Mandalorian, and it's just the best. I just cannot get over how fun it was. I may have cackled. All right, so here's the drill, yo. First of all, I think these need to all have little blue 1 by 1 round tiles in light translucent blue, because I just think that looks good. Boom. Because all thrusters need to have a little bit of fire in them so that when you play with them it looks like they're flying. Alright, so for the most part this is working well. I need to figure out how to attach this. I think this probably could go up a little bit. Give it a little space. And then it's got this cowling over the top of it, so we're gonna have to build this up and put a little fin on top. And I still want to get a stripe on these guys. This is gonna bother me if I don't. Let's just go with dark tan. Man, that looks gross. Ugh. Wish there was a better way to do that. It just seems so much of a part of the ship, and yet I can't. There's another little bit of it here too, from the looks of it. No. How many pieces are we at? 65. This is gonna be great. Yeah, the sound of the ship, that kind of airwolf howl kind of thing, and then the good part of the prequels was that when you hear it fly away and it's got kind of that like crunchy, you know, like it's really struggling with its exhaust kind of thing. That's really nice, and it's a good meaty crunchy sound. But yeah, the howling kind of as it gets a little farther away in the distance. Really cool, really cool. All right, so I guess the easiest way to get this done is to do... I don't want to do another bracket. You know what we could do? Let's try 1x2 Technic and do a little pin Technic Axle 2. Airwolf as in the helicopter. Heck yeah, what did you think I meant? That was very disingenuous of me as a stream host. Yes, Airwolf. The iconic helicopter sound. Exactly. Good call. Heads up on that play. For sure. Yeah, it's got this same quality as Airwolf did. It's got this sort of... Not all the time, because it does have that kind of car sound, right? Like it's got a problem with the exhaust. It's like a super powered engine that's got a lot of power behind it, but it's struggling so much to like just chew through all that fuel that it's got that brrr, but then it like gets off into the distance and you kind of hear that kind of go, you know, it's got that whine to it, that off into the distance. It's so good. What UCS do you want but don't currently have? Can be any set. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I want that U-wing that Italian designer did that they sold like super briefly through Brick Vault. It was like a limited run. It was a mock that he made that he kind of went through them to sell, or maybe he did it on his own and they like helped, but it was like a limited print of the instructions. And, so it was just the instructions that you could buy. It wasn't an actual, like you couldn't buy the set from them. You had to source the pieces yourself. But it was so cool looking. Also the B-Wing. I really want the B-Wing. Just because I'm a huge B-Wing nerd. All right, so that's good. I think we just put another brick in here. Because I've got the X-Wing and the A-Wing, and technically I have the UCS TIE Interceptor. And I have all the parts, I think, for the old UCS Tantive, or Tantivy, whatever, 4. If we're talking about ships that they actually haven't done a UCS for, and we're still talking Star Wars... Because the Y-Wing's still pretty cool. I really like the Y-Wing. I'm a fan of the Y-Wing, like in general. I play it as often as I can on Battlefront. Give it a little more texture there. Oh, here's going to be a problem. We're going to have to simultaneously put something over this engine and have a fin here. I may have to extend the ship. I may have to make the ship bigger. I feel so good about having it be so small. I think the old Tantive 4, I can't say that. I grew up saying Tantive 4 because I don't think anybody knew what to call it because it was just written and nobody ever said it in the movies. And I think the radio play may have said Tantive, and that's where I first heard it, or maybe we just made it up. But Tantive sounds like a regular English word. It sounds like a portmanteau of something, or a Latin-based word. But Tantive sounds slightly alien. You know, it just sounds better to me. I don't know. All right, so next project. We got to figure out how to attach this Mo down here. It does have a bit of a round brick, so this can be used, and it doesn't have anything else that really needs to be down here. So if we wanted to clip it somehow, see, and then I can just put, yeah, I mean, this is great so far. I might even extend this a little bit. I don't know how yet, but can that be black? How much would that mess up? Oh, not much. That's actually, I quite like that. Yeah, that looks good. Even that little bit peeking out here. That looks good. I like that. Okay. Do you have the UCS Slave one? I'm tired of the Slave one. Honestly, they've made it. I've owned like 3 of them, and they just keep making it. You know, the original '99 Slave one, the remade one, the Jango Fett one, the UCS one, 2 after that, a Microfighter that you could really only get in San Diego. So it's just like, we get it. Everybody likes that ship. It's the Millennium Falcon of smuggler or bounty hunter ships. I'm a little tired of it. I think the old, getting back to that, the old Tantive set. You're right, Julian. I'm very sorry. It's Boba Fett Starship. Stop calling it that. You're going to get demonetized from your unmonetized channel. The Tantive 4, I think, was more expensive now because there's a couple like wagon wheels that are like dark red that are hard to find, and there's also a bunch of stickers in it that you put on those big white quarter panels to make the engines. The problem with those old stickers is, like, I still have some of those quarter panels with those stickers on them, and they're falling apart. There's no way to replace them. So you can get those quarter panels, kind of. I don't know if they're still in circulation or not, but they're kind of hard to find, and those stickers are just impossible to find anymore. Oh, this actually shouldn't be too bad. I'm kind of jumping around here. I apologize. No, I just want a plate. Let's do 2. I don't want to hit her head. Can I do 4? No, it's going to bump into that. I like how it bumps into this, but not this. Somehow I don't buy that. Okay, well. Jumper tiles. Let's see if we could do something with jumper tiles. Tile, modified. Wow, yeah, I kind of wish I still had it in the box a little bit, but it was fun to build. It was also one of the first like really big, because there was a I can't remember what order they came out. I don't remember if it was... Where are my jumper plates? Plate modified. Forgot. Well, if this is the case, I don't think it is. I think that's going to run into stuff no matter what. So let's do... it was a lot of fun to build. There were some things about like the cockpit or the cockpit area that I didn't like, that I think could have been handled a little better than they did, but So yeah, I thought they were going to have another like UCS, they're going to do a UCS gunship or something this year. Maybe that will come out towards the end of the year for the holidays. And I thought there was going to be an AT-AT, but maybe I don't know. We'll see. Oh, this can be this color. Is there any way I could get that lower? Probably not. I bet I could get this lower and then that lower. Except that's on a bracket, which is holding that all together. So if I put one more plate in there, it's going to hit her helmet. A helmet that doesn't exist yet. Yeah, I think I have one space to put an AT-AT, and it's right by a window, which means it's going to fade after a few years. See, I could totally get away with just doing something like this for the fin. Why aren't you coloring? Color. But I know this helmet will bump into that. Sounds like that's Tomorrow Ben's problem. And this is like a darker, whoops. That's a darker color in there. Color that black. Nah, never mind. What time is it? 9:20. Well, the other big one was, well, no, the Cantina was technically last year. So yeah, I think I'm getting close to being done with this, but I think what's going to happen is, oh, I gotta figure out how to attach this. So you can do it with a bracket to save the day. You can do something like this, but there's no center thing for that to link onto. Time to put the kids to bed. Yeah, thanks for being here, Scott. Journal of the Scots. Scott. I don't think these come in black. Oh, they do. Oh, they do. So you could do like that, which would make life. And I think if I did a just plate here, maybe. Say goodnight to your kids. It was good having you here. Oh, you know what? Plate round. Yes. And then this whole jobby can go right there. Come on, I know you will. I know it. Oh, no, it won't. Yeah, it will. There's a hole there. Come on. Oh. All right. So this is why I don't like doing this crap. Connect that to that. Thank you. All right. Yeah, that looks like garbage. It's too low. It needs to be like snuggled in there. Doc, you have just the most impeccable timing. So that ship is the Boba Fett ship 2? Yes. There's actually a slave too. I don't know if you guys know this. Let's look it up, shall we? There it is in all its glory from the EU. It is, yeah. Mandel Motors Pursuer Class Enforcement Ship. So another patrol ship, because the Slave 1 is a fire spray patrol craft or something like that. So it's how Boba got his ship back. That's what it is. And hey. Let's see. Slave 2. Look at that. And I've already done one. Hey, look at that. So yeah, there's different colors of it. This is the one that I found on the site. This is the one that looks like they did a mashup of or a kit bash for it if they were going to actually make it. Blah 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 blah. Anyway. So no, this is Fennec Shand ship because it has no name yet. So that's what we're going off of. Hey, Kodiak. You got about 5 minutes till I'm gone, but thanks for being here. And thank you for following me on Instagram, Connor. If you haven't followed on Instagram, links down here somewhere. Instagram, Discord. I'm on Discord. Come by and chat. Come by and hang out. I post stuff about Lego and beer and movies and video games and all kinds of nonsense. So it'd be fun to hang out with people. So yeah, that's we were talking about that earlier, Doc. They never say the name of the ship in the movies. Never. I think they may have said it in Rebels. I'm currently rewatching Rebels, or not Rebels, Clone Wars, when there's young Boba Fett and Aura Singh and that guy. What's the guy with the big shield for the hat? I forget what his name is. There's a Weequay that's in the group, but he's like teenager Boba Fett who's just like, no, you listen to me, blah, blah, blah. Will Disney give it a new name in this new season? They don't have to say anything. They just say, get back to the ship. I'll bring the ship around. Don't blow up my ship. They're attacking the ship. If you see it fly by the screen and they say the ship, you know what they're talking about. I think the problem that we had was they were so used to the Falcon that everybody was just saying it, right? They said it from day one on in A New Hope, and they said it all over the place in Solo, and it became its own character. This was just kind of like it was part of Boba Fett. You didn't even need to really say it. So yeah, I think the next step is going to be getting rid of this bracket. Because it's not really doing me any favors. So I think I'm just gonna pull these guys out. I'm gonna pull that out. This all needs to be a little lower. which means it's going to be on a bracket. Like so. It's not that they want to change the name, it's that they think they can and get away with it. And nobody really, it's almost like nobody cares, dude. We're going to keep calling that whether you call it that or not. Just like they're like, no, the real timeline starts with Starkiller Base. And we're just like, what? No, it doesn't. How dare you? And probably and Razor Crest seem more the type of ship than its name. I'm going to go, Ben. See you next week, hopefully. I will be off next week. We're doing a road trip to see Beth's family. So I will not be here next week unless I can figure out a way to stream. I think that's 3. Remotely. And if I do, I don't know what I'm going to do. May just go by a store and get a set and just kind of build on camera and just hang out and chat with people. Maybe if you'd like to join, I could have a stream where we just do a talkie stream and everybody chit chats. We can just talk about stuff. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and maybe I'll do it Thursday. It really depends what we have planned for the week, which I don't know what we exactly have planned for the week yet. But yeah, so I will keep everybody posted via Instagram, via all the places. Okay, well, just that one then. Please and thank you. Okay, so that's good. That's all lowered. I can cover this up a little bit somehow. I'd like a chit-chat stream. Sweet. All right, cool. So tentatively, because I probably won't on Sunday morning, I have a feeling we'll be like going and doing breakfast and stuff, but maybe Thursday night, if I can work it into our daily plans, I'll bring my mic. I'm going to bring the mic anyway. I will bring an extra webcam. I'm not going to bring my PC and my monitors, but I've got a laptop. I'll bring or maybe we'll use Beth's laptop. We'll see. I'll figure it out. It's going to be Wi-Fi anyway, so I don't know how it's going to work, but yeah, so that'll be cool. Just keep me posted what everybody wants to do, and I will post stuff in Insta and all that good hot nonsense. Let's see. Does this look like it's got stuff? Trying to see if I can get away with doing more of this and it not looking just weird. Because I still have to bring this up. Oh, that's still not that tall. Okay. Well, that's all right. Now I can do this. Although that looks chintzy. Let's see. There's got to be a better way to do that. Well, as the kids say, balls. So you can almost work this into there. Maybe I can do this. Because this said it would fit. It's not going to. Just... All right, so I'm going to be on the hunt for... So this looks like it's just as low as this. So this right here is untenable. Unless I do something over here to make this lower. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Let's do some jumper plates and just get it out of here. So thanks for being here, everybody. It was good having y'all in the stream. And that's going to conflict because why not? Where the heck? Oh. So yeah, if you liked the video, make sure if you're new here to subscribe. That way you know next time I do something like this. There are various links in the description about the things that happened here tonight. We do have a podcast, but we haven't updated it in about a month because we're taking a break, but we're going to start recording for season 2, which hopefully we'll start releasing in August. The music that you've been listening to is Harris Heller. Go check him out on Stream Beats. If you are a streamer, I would highly suggest using his music. Also, maybe Pretzel is a good place for it, just so you don't get dinged. Unless you know a musician. If you know a musician, go ask that musician for some music. Pay them. They like making music, but they also like getting paid for it. So go out and get some music for them on your stream. Have them on. You guys can talk about stuff. So yeah, not bad. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. I'd still like to get this tucked in a little better, but yeah. So yeah, hang out, everybody. Be good to each other. If I don't see you all next week, I'll try to set something up on Thursday. If not, I'll be back Sunday morning, a week from this Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys later, and have a good rest of your night. Bye.